Hi everyone, it's Killshot Night in Game. This is Play Dead Live. Farm Wing, we got Arc, we got VOX, we got no Legends tonight, and we got Sliver upgrades as well. Can you guys hear me? Should be coming through super loud, super clear. Hopefully, before we get started tonight, want to give some super chat shout outs. We got Valar in the house. Hello, Nine and an Army. Kills Great Mods. Channel member sponsors. PDO Auction House Fishing. Death Drop. Pet Battles. We got Bones, 70 months as a member. Pretty crazy, right? 70 months, 6 years of Play Dead Live. Thank you guys so much. Well, 5 years. We're working on our 6th year. I also want to give a big super chat shout out from me to our developers. Amazing job just in a couple days getting the password up and ready to go. They're also testing some of the fishing, so we should have that up and running pretty soon. And then I'll have some more news for you guys for some other stuff could be coming in the near future. So tonight's pretty special for a couple reasons, because it is a Sliver game, of course, but also it's a no Legends game. So no Legends. That means we're going to play it straight up. Hopefully we'll be playing pretty fast. I do want to keep in mind though, there are connection issues and lag issues and things on YouTube and Messenger and throughout your factions. So we could have timer failures equally on both teams. So just play it. We can't differentiate one or the other, so the rules are what the rules are. But I imagine we're going to have some people struggle a little bit. But these two teams play pretty fast, so I'm hoping that we move right along and just keep the game flowing as best we can. It's it's equivalent to if you play a football game, right? You play a football game, then sometimes you think you're going to play indoors, sometimes you're going to play in the sun. Well, sometimes it snows or the wind picks up, so it's not always a perfect environment. So tonight will probably affect both teams equally. All right, you can see what is at stake tonight. We got Arc 9-0. Look at the point differential. 4,709 games. That's an average of a 500 point per game win, but no Legends tonight. VOX at home trying to protect the Vatican. 5-4. Sly 3-6. Mirror 1-8. And you can see, what do you guys see over on the right side? No faction war matches next week. They will be the week after. So this Saturday, we're going to be prepping a little bit for Castle Strike. So a brand new adventure. So Monday, we start the brand new Ship Strike season. And look what we're doing here. Mir is at VOX at 8:30, Sly's at Arc at 9:30. Then it flip-flops for Castle Strike. VOX at Mir at 8:30, Arc at Sly. Well, guess what? The following week faction wars are Mir at VOX and Sly at Arc, Red Wedding style. So I suggest you guys win your Castle Strikes so you can take one of those Legends out of the game. It's going to be craziness. It's the first time we've done this, so should be an absolute blast with Ship Strike, Castle Strike, and then getting it back to Faction Wars. You guys ready? You guys ready for a little bit of Castle Strike? See what that's all about? Next week's going to be a fun week. Going to be crazy, but it's going to be fun. All right, I'm going to take you guys to something we haven't updated in a little while. Well, you know what? Before we do that, are y'all ready? Are y'all ready for a sacrifice? Y'all ready for a Sliver sacrifice to see what it's going to be tonight? Give me triple nines in chat right now if you're ready for a Sliver sacrifice. I'm anxious. Now remember, once I spin this, you do have about 5 minutes to send those grenades over to someone if they don't have it. So here we go. Sliver sacrifice, spin that wheel. All right, go, go, go. What type of grenade is it going to be? Oh, no. Oh, the big daddy of them all. Spade grenades. The most high power grenades in the game. There were some on the shop shock a couple days ago. So, spade grenades. You want to keep that Sliver alive? You see what it costs in order to do it. Hopefully y'all are prepared. All right. We're going to go and show you a little bit of PCP points. We haven't done those in a little while. So let's take a quick look here. We got gold bar. Julia with 9 gold bars. Wow. Remember that for the Max Awards. Deadly Dives with 5. You can see Villar with 4. We got Halos. Bones with 7. That's in the DZ. JJ with 8. Cat with 6. We go to Range Rover. Julia, 9 tires. Dime, 7. Cat with 6. Tractor. Bones with the Wave Award. Look at that, 7. JJ with 5. We're going to call her Pirate Bones instead of Captain JJ. Going to steal your, well, I guess it's a tractor now, so we'll come up with something different. Tanks, Cannonball. Look at Villar with 9. Kale with 5. Crimson with 5. Justice, the only person this season to get a gold orb, and he's got 3 of them. Bronze Star, Gemstone with 6. Kale with 5. Julia with 5. The Demo Man, Crimson and JJ and Craven tied with 3. Risk It Biscuit, Father Ron leading the pack with 2. Page 2, we got the Ace Award, the Animal. Right behind him is Nightshade. Ron, 4 Ruffled Feathers. Craven with 2. Ron with 4 Surrenders. Watchtower, 4-way tie. Crimson JJ, Kel, and Samurai, a.k.a. Lexicon. New update, Lexicon. Strawman, we got Justice and Ron. Vehicle Theft, Luxor, Bones, and Father Ron. Kel with a Shattered Stone and a Triple Crown, Crimson, Dr. Die, and Justice. So we are not rolling them tonight, but we are going to spin them for the money tree, Ron. So set us up. What time is it? And you know what? You set it up, but everybody else needs to be fired up. Who wants to get 280 kills tokens? Type it in chat right now if you're spinning to win it. All right, here we go. It is money tree time. All right, good luck to all players. This is for 280. Spin that wheel. It is the Cardinal. Cardinal winning those 280. Congratulations. It was almost trigger, and it just barely moved to the Cardinal. Congratulations. Awesome, awesome win right there. That's what I'm talking about. All right, we will start on time tonight. But before we do, I want to make one more announcement. One, Fish Fight's going to be a lot of fun tomorrow. If you're on Fish Fights League, be there. Quest on Friday night. Quest has taken an awesome, awesome new turn. It is the original Asylum with, we're having a lot of fun with Quest. So if you can RSVP, get involved. And then Saturday, we'll try to keep it a good walkthrough, some Q&A, some practice, but we will be doing a walkthrough with Castle Strike so that you'll get the first chance to sort of see it, because on Wednesday night you're going to be playing it, and it will have effects on your faction wars and so on and so forth as well. So, all right, if you are Valar, Julia, Shaman, Gemstone, Ron, Sir Tim, Cat, and Trigger, if you're one of those 8s, give me your pre-match buffs right now, everybody. All right, while we're getting those buffs up there, looks like I got 4 of them. 5, 6. We'll get those last 2. I'm going to take you down to the Vatican, everybody. Tonight's starting lineup is as follows. Starting out, we will have Sir Tim in the DZ. Sir Tim will be followed by Julia. Julia is in the Rover Zone. She will be challenging. Julia will be followed by Cat. Cat is in the Rover Zone. Cat's going to be followed by Valar. Valar is in the Tank Zone. Valar going to be followed by Trigger. Trigger is in the Tank Zone. Trigger will be followed by Shaman. Shaman in the DZ. Shaman followed by Ron. Ron is the captain, the sniper, and the siege. And Ron will be followed by Gemstone. She is the captain and the siege. Valar will be the sniper on the other team. It is exactly 8:30. Timers are not challengeable. Sir Tim, you are going first. 20-second timer starts now. Timer is up. Did not beat the first timer. Nerf timer is up. Team VOX, we have your first player. All right, we have hit 4 timers. Do we have a move? You guys hear me okay? I got nothing, guys. All right, we finally got a move here. Gonna go Boston Main Street. Sir Tim, playing boss in 1. Cap in 3. Gonna steal Valar's Wicked Boss. Negation Wand to Julia's Sleet Wand. Max Spark Valar. Snowstorm loaded to the wall. All right, 1 second. All right, give me 1 second. All right, sorry about that. We got Boss to Main Street, Steel Valar's Wicked Boss, Negation 1, Sleet 1, Max Spark Valar, which will slow her down at this point. Snowstorm loaded to the wall. Sheila is going to prevent the snowstorm and going to play Hush on Julia, which means Julia cannot play a gear ability on her next turn, which will be her first turn. All right, let's go over to Julia. Julia, 20-second timer starts now. All right, Julia going to jump into Rover. Jump into Rover, we got a tire. Going to play Needle to a Haystack. Julia playing Needle in 1. Would cap in 2. Seal, Snowstorm loaded to the wall. And sacrifice a Spade. All right, Rover's good. Going to move to the tank zone. Seal, Snowstorm, sacrifice a Spade, and Cat will prevent it. All done within the timer. Thank you for that. Let's go over to Cat. 20-second timer. Cat beats the timer. Gonna get into Rover and move to their DZ. Cat with the tire. Boss of their chest, Max Spark Valar. Valar, you cannot move or get in any vehicles, etc. Boss over to the other side. Cat playing Boss in 1 with Cap in 3. Absorb, Navy to the Flame, and Hush Valar. Valar, you cannot use a gear ability either. Putting out the Flame, playing an Absorb. And no gear ability on your next turn. Valar, 20-second timer starts now. Valar has no Wicked Boss and no gear ability. And cannot move. A little bit of lockdown on behalf of Team VOX. They're playing angry tonight. VOX, y'all angry? All right, Valar barely beats the timer. She's going to play regular Boss to their chest, so straight up points. Valar playing Boss in 1, Cap in 3. Seal and Thrill, Flourish Wand. Snowstorm cannot go to the wall because she is not in range. So, Valar, you have to redirect that to another target, and it does have to be a Snowstorm. And you cannot play MD7 as well because you have no gear ability. So, no mass destruction and no target to the wall. And I got to give you a warning for playing an ability that you cannot play. Just a warning at this point. Boss, Seal and Thrill, Flourish Wand, S8 Snowstorm. Where's it going to go? She's going to send it to the Main Street Boss. Ron. Snowstorm, S8 loaded to the Main Street Boss. Does it hit? Ron says wait. Ron going to play Mythic Sonar. Nerf it a little bit. We're going to make it an S6. Carnage. S6 Carnage is going to hit the boss. That is Tim's boss. Gear is a little less. Hits for 25%. Boss on Main Street, 75% health after Valar's hit with the grenade. All right, let's go to Trigger. Trigger, 20-second timer. All right, Trigger beats the timer. Trigger going to get into a tank. Cannonball for Trigger. Go to the temple steps. Going to steal Valar's needle. No needle for Valar. Drop a seal. Gold Spark Julia. S6 Maximon. Going to sacrifice a spade to Sliver. All right, she's playing Clive, which is a passive dragon. No other dragons can be played. Why Clive is in play. That is none. No crypt dragons, no war dragons, no nothing. All right, she gets in the tank. She goes to temple, drops Clive. Valar does have halt. She lost her gear ability on her next turn. And so does Julia. They've already had a turn, Ron. Gets into tank. Gets a cannonball. Goes temple steps. Clive. Steals Valar's needle. Drops the seal. Gold Spark. S6 Maximon loaded to the wall. And they're going to halt 3 times, which makes it S3 Maximon. Maximon does still hit. But it hits a little bit less. But still takes down. Black block. And 15% of a green block. I got 85 green, Team VOX. 85 green remaining. All right, let's go to Shaman, 20 seconds. Beats the timer. Shaman going to banish Julia. She cannot be launched on her next turn. Nirvana wands are out of play. Going to go Mythic Kang to Valar's boss. Could be worth 63 if it caps. Going to Torment Sir Tim. Also going to play Absorption. Max Spark to trigger. MD7. Finally got some mass destruction up there. And Denim to the Temple Fire. Fire is extinguished. Good move, Sheila. All right, Ron, 20-second timer. Ron is going to Tank Steel. All right. He'll be back with us next turn, and he'll have another Cannonball. Ron with a Spyglass. And let's go to Gemstone, 20-second timer. Jim's going to move inside the temple. Needle to the haystack. E3 monster to Clive. Jim playing Needle. In 1, cap in 2. Max Spark trigger, drop a seal, and MD7. Ron says wait. Going to prevent the grenade. All right. We've got Jim inside the temple. Needle to the haystack. Going to try to kill Clive. It's prevented from Ron. Ron, you can't prevent it. You're stealing a tank until your next turn. All right. So no prevention from Ron. Gold blue from Trigger. Gold from the gold blue is going to hit Jim. It's going to break her gear absorption, which she would have lost anyway. All right. That's the end of round number 1. At the end of round... Oh. All right. And she wastes a max absorption at the end of the round. I got it deducted. You had gear absorption. It would have absorbed it, but you used the max absorption. All right. At the end of the round, Trigger does not move into the temple because she's max sparked. So we got a blessing for Team Arc. Trigger still to Temple Steps. We got a halo for Sheila. Halo for Sir Tim. Halo for Cat. DZ 2525. All right, the end of the round, sliver totals. Hold on. Arc 17. VOX 10. Going to remove a halo from each sliver. All right, round number 2. All right, the start of round number 2. It's done on time. Dr. Dye is not in the game, so no worries to the boss. So it's not a valid target. There's no penalty to it. Gold Kang. To the boss on Main Street. Rage Tonic St. Elmo to the Watchtower. Gonna like Watchtower number 1. St. Elmo's worth 10 points. And MD 4. And Arc, your MDs are 4 as well. So you're typing 7, but they are 4. All right, let's go to, before we get to Julia's turn, we're going to cap first needle to the haystack. And 20-second timer, Julia. Beats the timer. Julia going to move down to the DZ. She is gold sparked on this turn. Going to play Colossal Tenacious. To protect that Kang. It's worth 25. Max Seal to the Shaman. F5 Snowstorm loaded to the wall with MD4. Ron says it hits. All right, Snowstorm, F5. That's a total of MD12. Black block, green block, and we're going to freeze one of these down at the bottom. Number 6. All right, that is not a teardrop. That is a frozen red block. All right, let's go over to Cat. 20-second timer, Cat. Colossal Kang, the Main Street Boss. Could be worth 73. Dust of Valar, Gold Spark to Valar. Man, Valar's been Gold Spark, Max Spark, dusted, and had her tank stolen. That is a rough night, Valar. I'm sorry. S6 Maximon loaded to the wall, sacrifice Spade to their sliver. Jim says, wait on the Maximon. Double Mythic Sonars. We'll make it S3. Carnage equivalent. We'll slow it down. Take out the rest of that green block. And we will get a minus 15 to Team Arc. I don't, what are you challenging? Challenge mine is gold. Oh, Mythic. Gotcha, gotcha. All right, so a Mythic and a gold sonar. All right, we're going to add some points back to that then. So, takes down that green block because it's less of a nerf. And we're going to take down 40% of the next green wall. That means there's 60 green remaining. So instead of that being a full green wall, Ron, 6/10 of a wall. Sacrifice to the sliver and also the Maximon points. Valar has no needle, no wicked boss, has already been max spark, didn't use an ability in the first turn. Gold spark dusted and had her tank stolen. 20-second timer Valar. Wow. That is the roughest round and a half I've ever seen. Timer's up. Barely beats the timer. Valar's going to, she says, I can still move though. Oh, missed opportunity there. No one moved into the temple. And Valar snuck in and took it, Trigger. Gold spark Trigger. Ron cannot be targeted by sickness smoke until his turn. He is up under the tank, hot wiring that sucker. So you're going to have to pick a different player for the sickness smoke. M7 Maximon loaded to the wall with MD4. All right, going to target Trigger with the sickness smoke. So Trigger cannot get any PCP points as long as she's under the effect of sickness smoke. Must heal it to remove it. Gold sonar from Cat. All right. Gold spark Valar with a gold sonar. It's going to nerf this bad boy 75%. They have plus 16. So we're nerfed 60%. M3 Carnage. Valar taking down her green block. And a minus 15 for VOX. All right, let's go to Trigger. Trigger, 20-second timer. Trigger is not max sparked. She is gold sparked. And she does have sickness smoke. We got Trigger, Shaman, Ron, and Gemstone. Beats the timer. Colossal Kang, the Main Street boss. Choke smoke the temple. Provide that hinder inside the temple. S9 Maximon loaded to the wall with MD4. Mortal Blue from Valar. And a Mortal Blue will break trigger seal. No Maximon hit. All right, let's go to Shaman. 20-second timer, Sheila. Beats the timer. Needle to the haystack. Shaman playing Needle. In 2, cap in 3. Dust Smoke to the Rover, which is Cat. T10 Grizzly loaded to the wall with Amplify. Shaman moving in range. Trigger, save the max absorption. I got to do the same thing to you I did to Dow. Once the next person's move is in and it's confirmed, you can't use the max absorption because that attack could have been played on you. So delete it. You have it the rest of the game. If you guys can use max absorb, you got to type it for the next person's move. All right. Ron says it hits. So we got Needle to Haystack, Dust to Rover, T10 Grizzly loaded to the wall. That's a big hit. Shaman coming through with a T10 Grizzly. Blue block. Blue block. And another blue block. After mass destruction. 10% of the red block. I got 90 red remaining. 3.1 for the Shaman. Sheila in the house, for sure. All right, Ron has a cannonball. Second cannonball for Team VOX. Ron, 20-second timer. You are in the tank. All right, he's going to move to their DZ. Julia has this absorption. Actually, she ran over it because of the Flourish Wand, by the way. Going to play Woodrow. He's going to guard his bomber area. Max Seal. Going to hush Jim so she cannot use a gear ability on her turn. Going to play a summoning grenade. It does hit. So he's going to light the watchtower and he's going to summon his Watcher, which is a gold Watcher. It's 15 points. All right, tank is good, movement's good, Woodrow's good, Max Seal is good, summoning grenade hits, lights the watchtower, gets the points for the gold Watcher and also the watchtower, and is going to play Hush on Jim so she cannot play a gear ability this turn. And Jim, at the beginning of her turn, her Needle is going to cap. Second Needle for Team Arc. And Jim, 20-second timer starts now. Did not beat the timer. All right, she's going to play Pet Repel, S6 Monster to Clive. Ron hits or wait? Ron going to prevent it. Clive stays alive. All right, that is the end of round number 2. Captains, give me your sub. I got a Blessing, Jim and Villar. Strawman, 0-0. VOX, 25 into DZ, Arc 0. Julia with a halo. Ron with a halo. Cat with a second halo. Sir Tim with a halo. Shaman, good job tonight. Shaman heading out. Pope coming into DZ. Sir Tim heading out. Crimson coming in. Elevation. Get rid of Julia's seal. Get rid of Ron's seal. All right. Before Crimson's turn, the order will be Crimson, Julia, Cat, Villar, Trigger, Pope, Ron, and Gemstone. So before Crimson's turn, we're going to cap first boss on Main Street. And 201 points in Kangs. Crimson, you got a 20-second timer. Timer's up. Beat the nerf timer, but not the regular timer. Cyborg Fly, Jim and Julia. Gonna put Jim in the no zone. And Julia in the no zone. Jim says wait. All right, everything else hits, correct, Jim? All right, so Crimson is going to move in because there's really no legendaries, not like you can stop it. Cyborgs are a little stronger when there's no legendaries. All right, Jim and Julia, pick and stick. Dark Boss to Main Street. Crimson playing Dark Boss in 3 would cap in 5. Could be worth an extra 25. Pet Repel. MD4. And Maximon is prevented. So no points. Cyborg, movement, Dark Boss, Pet Repel. Mass destruction and a prevention. Julia, you are stuck in place, but you got a 20-second timer. Beats the timer. She's going to go Gronk to Main Street. Take Crimson's boss down to 50%. Julia going to stack a boss on Main Street. Julia playing boss in 3. Would cap in 5. 3 and 5. Seal and Thrill. S6 Unforgiven loaded to Main Street. And going to amp the wall. Remember, amp only goes to the wall, so that's 6 amp on the wall. Ron says wait. Mythic Dark Blue from Crimson. It'll hit Julia for 40%, which will take out her absorption and also break her seal. And Mythic Dark Blue will nerf the next grenade from Arc by 25%. Julia playing max absorption. She absorbs it all, keeps her seal and her absorption. All right, let's go to, well, before we get her turn, Cat's boss is going to cap. Flag number 2 for Team VOX. 20-second timer, Cat. Cat is dusted and in a rover in the DZ. Beats the timer. Also, last turn, Ron did siege. So I do have to dim their Dragonstone as well. He did move to their DZ. Cat needle to the haystack. Cat needle in 3 with cap in 4. Pet repel. M7 Maximon with MD 4. Gemstone hits her weight. It hits. All right, we'll nerf it a little bit because of dust smoke. Going to make equivalent to an M5. Lithium, but they do get the minus 15. And an M5 lithium equivalent. Take out a green block, which was 60%. And we'll take out 85% of a blue block. You got 15 blue remaining, so 2.15 on the blue row. Crimson going to play Chromica. One second. Crimson, you cannot play Chromica because of Clive. So, remove Chromica, please. No other dragons can be played as long as Clive is in play. All right, let's go to Valar. Before we go to Valar, we're going to cap Valar's boss. First boss for Team Arc. And we're going to cap a 63-point Kang and Tenacious. All right, Valar, now your turn, 20 seconds. Beats the timer. You're going to put a Colossal Kang on Julia's boss. Could be worth 73. Going to steal Ron's needle. And sacrifice our spade. All right. I did not also, at the end of last turn, and it wouldn't have died anyway. Ron says it hits. So at the end of last turn, I need to remove one of the halos from VOX's sliver. I removed this one, but remember, if it removes at the end of the turn, it doesn't kill it. So even though Arc is at 0 right now, VOX is at 1. So Valar is sacrificing to move it back to 1. The one that was just moved at the end of the turn. So Kang, SP3 needle. And no attack. Okay. Trigger, your move, 20-second timer. Trigger beats the timer. Heal and seal. Dark Boss to the side chest. Trigger playing boss in 3, cap in 5. He'll get rid of sickness smoke. Monster loaded to the wall with amplify. Hits or wait. It hits. All right, amplify that wall. Trigger's also in a tank. So that's going to beef it up. So 6, 7, 8, 9. Monster with amplify. Blue block, and a blue block, and it stops. All right, let's go over to Pope. 20-second timer. Timer's up. Beat the timer. All right, so Shaman's needle capped. And then Pope played a needle. Seal and thrill. S8 Goliath to the Main Street boss with mass destruction 4. Crimson going to prevent it. So needle in the haystack's good. Seal and thrill. That would be an 8, would be a 9. Doesn't matter because Crimson's going to use her prevention. All right, they're dual tanking it. Ron also in a tank. 20-second timer. Been a while since we've seen people in 2 tanks. Ron going to release a tractor. Going to splash Valar out of the temple. Valar has been gold spark, max sparks, had her tank stolen, and splashed. Wrong with a wave award. Gemstone, 20-second timer. Beats the timer. Jim going to go Dark Boss to their chest. Jim playing boss in 3 with cap in 5. Dark Boss could be worth an extra 25. Going to play Dragon Smoke. M7 Grizzly to Main Street Boss. And going to amplify their wall a little bit more. It hits. All right, that boss is at 50%. Dragon Smoke. Amplify will have no effect on it, but the Mass Destruction 20 will. Looking like an M7 Spade Grenade equivalent. Take that boss from 50% health. Down to 18% health. Crimson's boss is at 18% after Gronk and a big grenade shot. That's the end of round number 3. At the end of round number 3, Trigger rotating into the temple. Going to remove a halo from the Arc Sliver. We're also going to remove one from VOX. Neither one has any protection at this point. Ron with a second halo. Pope with a halo. Cat with a third. DZ, I've got VOX 25. Arc 0. Strawman 0, 0. First blessing for Team VOX. All right, round number 4. 20-second timer starts now for Crimson. Crimson, 20-second timer. Beats the timer. Going to go Colossal Kang to the side chest. Possible 73. Dropping a seal. F5 Milo to the Watchtower. Going to amp their wall. Milo to the Watchtower hits. 15 points. Let's go to Julia. 20 seconds, Julia. Going to move to the rover zone. Beats the timer. M7 Unforgiven loaded Main Street Boss. Going to sap Cat. Cat will have half rage. Colossal Kang from Julia could be worth 73. It hits. M7 Unforgiven Super Thrill. Gonna kill Crimson's boss. Ruffled Feather for Julia. Each using their cyborgs very well. Arc bringing Gronk back. Vox with the fly. Start of Cat's turn. We're going to cap her needle. That should be the first needle for Team VOX. "20-second timer. Cat, Valar, trigger, Pope. Timer's up. Nerf timer is up. Beats the nerf timer. Did not beat the regular timer. Gold Bane to their wall. Pink smoke to trigger. Bunko to their Kang. And amplify the wall. Amplifies are now even. All right, going to play Mythic Tanner. To protect the Kang. Mythic will hit Cat's absorption, and then we'll deal 20% after her absorption. But the Bunko is also going to break the ice block on the Vox wall. Cat going to max absorb, so she will keep her regular absorption. Gold Bane to their wall. Going to rebuild. That's 90 red. So going to rebuild that red. And we're also going to add a blue. Not a green, a blue. There we go. Gold Bane's going to rebuild some of that wall. Pink smoke to trigger for a rage boost. F5 Bunko. Kang is defended. And we break the ice block. "20-second timer to Valar, who is now drenched after being removed from the temple. Sealed, sparked, dusted, had her vehicle stolen, and drenched. Beats the timer. Valar going to move to the temple steps. Let's move Clive to the side here for you. Pet Repel and a Colossal Gideon. Lars, I'm going to take some points away from y'all. Going to go Pet Score and Bounty Bear. So that's a minus 58 for Team VOX. Milo to the wall, loaded. Points for the Milo. After Amplify Mass Destruction, that rebuilt blue block goes down, red block goes down. 15% of a red block goes down. I got 85 red, so 2.85 Team Arc. Trigger, you're up. 20-second timer. Beats the timer. Can't play Tenacious to Boss, but you can play it to Crimson's Kang. So Tenacious will protect that Kang. Could be worth 10 points. M7 monster to the wall. Going to sap Julia for half rage. In round 5. An M7 monster hits. She is in a tank. That is a 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Amplify and Mass Destruction. Red block. Red block. And 90% of a red block. 1.1 red remaining. Trigger down in the red zone. At the start of Pope's turn, we're going to cap needle number 4. 20-second timer, Pope. That's a good challenge, Ron. I will have to add the pink smoke. Give me 1 second. I have it on her scorecard, but I did not do the math on it. I've got 0.9 red blocks remaining. 9/10 of red block remaining. Kang to Jim's boss. Could be a 45-point Kang. All right, check it, make sure it's mythic. It's a 63-point Kang. Maximon loaded to the wall, amp 3. Amp is up to 12. 9, 10, 11, 12. Got to leave the DZ. with amp, 12 with MD 20. 2.85 is gone. Let's rebuild it, Team Arc. Gold bar for Pope. Gonna put a gold spark on Ron. Ron, 20-second timer. Gold spark from your tank. Ron gonna move up to their rover zone. Shatter the wall. Take it down to 0.65. Wicked Colossal Kang. That should be Crimson's boss. So, no, that is Trigger's boss. Never mind. My bad. 2 Triggers boss. Crimson's boss died. Wicked Colossal Kang is going to bounce Julius Kang back. And that was on Jim's boss. So, Julia, yours goes back in your hand. Movement's good. Wicked Colossal Kang for the bounce. Ron playing a seal. Milo to the Watchtower is going to light Watchtower number 4. And give him the points for the Milo. Final move of the first half. Gemstone, 20-second timer. Beats the timer. Ron opened the door for the Avalanche. Jim moving down to the DZ. She's going to actually move to their DZ, sorry. Mythic Kang to her boss. Could be worth 63 if it caps. Seal and Thrill. S8 Snowstorm to the wall. All right. Couple of things wrong with this. All right, number 1. The snowstorm would have had no effect on the wall because of the shatter. If she could hit the wall, which she can't. So, she's going to shatter their wall, which is going to take it from 100% black to 75 black. But she can't hit the wall anyway because she's in their DZ. So, Jim, I need a new target for the snowstorm. I'm going to redirect it to Clive. Ron, does it hit? Red, blue from Ron. All right. Now, there's two major mistakes there. One, Clive is a passive pet. And Clive would have went away at the end of the round. So one, the attack to Clive should have never happened. And number two, Ron just wasted a red-blue saving something that was going to die at the end of the round anyway. All right, final blue of the game for Team VOX. Captains, give me your round 5 subs. At the end of the round, we've got a blessing for Team VOX. Crimson and Trigger. We've got Halo number 4 for Cat, 1 for Jim. Jim sieging the DZ. Ron losing his tank. Trigger losing her tank. Villar's dust smoke goes away. Cat and Jim losing their smokes. Elevation that takes it away. Strawman 0-0. DZ 0-0. Both slivers are dead. All right, we got Dow for Pope, busy in the ozone. Busy will have no sentry gun because the tank was stolen. VOX will have a sentry gun, which Nightshade is going up to. Dr. Dye coming in for Crimson. Good job, Crimson. Dow coming in for Pope. Good job by the Pope. There you are, Ron. Way up there in that corner. All right, we got our buffs in. So the order is going to be as follows. It will be Dr. Dye, Julia, Cat, Valar, Trigger, Dow, Ron, Jim, Nightshade, and Busy. Very competitive game. Be smart with your moves. There will be no cap at the beginning of Dye's turn. But on Julia's turn, there will likely be a cap on Main Street. Diana, 20-second timer starts now. Beats the timer. Dr. Dye going to head down to the temple. Going to Talon trigger in there with her. Drop a seal. Unicorn loaded to the wall with Mass Destruction 4. Jim says wait. Mythic Blue from Dow. Second blue of the game, one remaining. Mythic's going to hit Dr. Dye for 40% of her health, which will take her down to 60% health. Her seal is not resolved yet. Dr. Dye using max absorption to absorb it all. She takes no damage. All right, before Julia's turn, Julia has half rage because she was sapped. But before Julia's turn, her boss is going to cap. And Valar's Colossal Kang will cap, which is 73 points. That is going to even the flags up to 2-2. And Julia, you got a 20-second timer. Julia going to move to the ozone up there with Busy. Max Spark, Nightshade. Going to use Sirs. Get rid of her rage. H9 Maximog loaded. Going to Plague Cat. First plague of the game. No smokes or potions on your turn, Cat. Minus 15 on that Maximon. H9 with Amplify and Mass Destruction. Walls a little bit stronger. Black block, green block. 10% of a green block. I got 90 green remaining. Actually, that was 75 black. Take that back because it was shattered. I've got 60% green block. 60 green remaining. 0.65, Ron. Yours is 0.65. All right, let's go over to Cat. 20-second timer for Cat. Timer is up. Does not beat the timer. She does beat the Nerf timer. Mythic Watcher, Rage Tonic, Unforgiven, loaded to the wall with Shatter. She's going to shatter it down to 0.4. Bring out Mythic Watcher on the second one. $20 points. Gemstone hits her weight. She says hits. And using a Dominari to keep Cat from getting a gold bar. Let's rebuild it. Walls are now even at 1-1. Valar, you're up. 20-second timer. All right, Valar starting out with a blackout wand. So it'd be no DZ points. Immortal Wicked Icky. Max Spark. All right. So Max Spark is going to hit Aiden and stick him in place. Then the Immortal Wicked Icky is going to break that Max Spark. We'll get to the Unforgiven in a second. Immortal Wicked Icky. Ron, gonna break your seal. Trigger, gonna break your seal. Diana, gonna break your seal. Cat, gonna break your absorption and deal 15% damage to Cat. Poison Arrow has no absorption. Is that for the grenade, Ron? All right, because she has no seal. Immortal Wicked Icky's breaking her seal. Now, Poison Arrow, or Nightshade, sorry. Nightshade taking that damage. Down to 70%. Dr. Die taking half that damage to ease up the damage on the wall. 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, and Symbiote Dragon. All right, we're taking Dr. Die. Down to 59%. Remember that damage gets the amplify and then it's split. So all that amplify, all the mass destruction gets calculated. Diana's taking half of it. I've got poison. I got Nightshade at 70%, Dr. Die at 59%. They do ease up the damage on the wall though. Take out a green block. What was left of it. And 30% of a blue block, 70 blue remaining. All right, before Trigger's turn, we're going to cap her boss. We got a Tenacious. No, she's saying how many Ignite gems she has in her attack. Which I have on the CRSs. All right, 1 second. All right, I got 2 Colossal Kangs and a boss that are going to cap on that dark boss. That's 146. Plus a Tenacious. Flags are now 3-2. Trigger, 20-second timer. Did not beat the timer. She did beat the nerf timer. She's going Thraxus. Needle to the haystack. So you'll get E3 in Dragonstorm. Trigger playing Needle in 5 with cap in 6. Max Seal Dr. Die. S8 Monster loaded to wall. Plague Julia. Cannot target Julia because you cannot plague in round 6. And her next move would be in round 6. So pick another person to target with Plague. Thraxus, Needle to the Haystack, Max Seal. All right, going to Plague Dow. Dow, you have no smokes and no potions this round. S8 Monster loaded to the wall. She's in range. She's in the temple. All right, Thraxus, Needle. Yeah, what is DZ in your move, Angel? I just saw that too. I'm confused by that. Is that movement to the DZ? It's got to be something. All right. If you forgot to erase it, was it movement to the DZ? That's my question. Because, yeah, forgetting to erase it means it is movement. All right. So, because we can't clarify where she was at, what she did, right, I get that. But that happens frequently. So, because there is, I'm going to give you the option, okay? Move to the DZ or throw the grenade. But there's a 25-point penalty that goes along with it. Because I can only interpret that as movement or the grenade. So I'm assuming you want to stay in range. If you do, you're going to throw the grenade, and we'll remove the DZ. But it still has to count for something. All right. So it looked like it might have been a movement, but then a grenade. So we're going to give her the target of the grenade, but we are going to take the penalty for having two conflicting moves in there that we can't figure out. There's no other way to read it. So I got to be fair to both teams. All right. So Thraxus, Needle to the Haystack, Maxiel to Diana, no DZ, S8 Monster loaded, and Plague to Julia. She can't Plague Julia. So, and that was a missed target anyway, so we're going to Plague to Dow, and we're going to take the grenade damage off. So either way would have been a penalty, right? So it was either going to be Dragon Smoke the DZ or move to the DZ. She already put Max Seal, so it would have been a double smoke. So either way, there's a penalty to the target. All right, penalty taken off. That's why we want to get it right, so we don't waste time with it. Black block, green block, and a green block. After Amplify and Mass Destruction. Valar going to build a green back with Hemlock, which she can. Like, we got our dragons back. All right, Dow, no smokes, no potions. 20 seconds. We got Dow, Ron, and Jim. Did not beat the timer. Did not beat the nerf timer. All right. Did beat the second penalty timer. Needle to Haystack. Dow, needle on 5, cap in 6. Moves in range. Gonna play Trex Grenade. All right, it hits. Now, the thing about Trex, needle to Haystack, move in range, Trex to wall with Ignite. There's no juice on it. So it actually does no damage. Trex with Juice will remove 2 blocks regardless of wall strength or rage potion type, but he failed to put any potion with it. The needle is good. He moves in range, but without the potion, no damage. Let's go to Ron, 20-second timer. Timer's up. Gonna move to their bomber zone. Ron going cross country. Mythic Gideon, Dust, MD4, right? And the first ability was Mass Destruction, so there is no pet score. Got to take the first one played. He does get Dust to Busy. Does get a Mythic Gideon. So it'll be a minus 28 for Arc with no Bounty Bear. Now, had he played them backwards, he would have gotten the pet score. Movement's good. Mythic Gideon, Dust, E3 Milo to the Watchtower hits. We'll like Watchtower number 5. And he does get the Milo. Woo! Nerves are real, y'all. I love it. All right, before Jim's turn. We're in cap. 126 points in Kangs. And boss number 3. Flags are 3-3. Gemstone, 20-second timer. We got Jim, Nightshade, and Busy. Gonna torment Dr. Die. Mythic Gideon. With Bounty Bear. M7 Grizzly to the wall with Drake, Ron. 7, 8, Bloodlust, 9, 10, 11, S11. Poison Arrow is going to intervene it, shut it down. Ron calls him Poison Arrow too. See? But it's Nightshade. We can't get it right. All right, Nightshade. 20-second timer starts now. Nightshade and Busy Bee. Then we're going to bring a little Storm. Easily beats the timer. He's going to get into turret. Needle to the haystack. Nightshade playing Needle. In 5, cap in 6. Gold Spark Julia. Monster loaded to the wall. All right, Julia going to prevent the monster. Going to plague Busy. No potions, no smokes, Busy. Dragon Smoke. And the grenade is stopped. All right, Busy. 20-second timer. You are dust smoked and you can't use any smokes or any potions. Did not beat the timer. Can't move out of the dust smoke, unfortunately. It follows you. Gold Rage, Gold Spark, Unforgiven loaded. Gold Spark Cat. Unforgiven with Cluster F. And Gold Rage. Let's make it an S3, but the dust is going to eat up some of that. But they do have Mass Destruction and Amplify. $70 blue. And we take down 30% blue. 70 blue. 1.7 Team Arc. And that is the end of round number 5. We got one round remaining. At the end of the round, Dr. Die and Trigger with another blessing. DZ, nobody was there, didn't matter, it was blacked out anyway. 0-0. Strawman, 0-0. Let's roll for Dragonstorm, everybody. See how much juice we're going to put on these final hits. E3. E3 on every attack. Light them up if you got them. All right, start out with Dr. Die. Dr. Die, you are tormented. 20-second timer starts now. Timer's up. Did not beat the timer. She did, however, beat the nerf timer. Scolded Dow, Heal and Thrill. Pershing. Rage Tonic, Spade loaded to the wall, and she's going to symbiote. Dr. Di bringing her health back up to 79%. Jim hits her weight. Three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Hang on, sorry. 3, 4, 5, 6. S6 to the wall with symbiote. Ron, I do not have you getting siege. Actually, I do have you getting siege. Sorry. You got tank zone in round 1 that I did not give you credit for. You were hiding in the tank. So you did, Ron did get siege. All right, does hit. Yeah, I had you nothing, DZ, rover, bomber. So I forgot to give you the tank because you were taking it, but you did get it. So Ron with a siege award, 100 points. Ron also with a bronze star. Kind of a crafty way for him to get siege too, smart. All right, Skull to Dow. Gonna light watchtower number 6. Take Dow down to 90%. Now back to the wall damage. Spade. E3, 4, 5, 6 with symbiote. Finish blue, blue, and blue. Triple blue after the mass destruction and after the amplify. VOX in a wall lead. Julia, your move. 20 seconds, Julia. Beats the timer. Julia going to move to the bomber zone. Wicked Gideon. Torment to trigger. F4 Maximon with Zulu. And pet score. All right, we'll start out with the Wicked Gideon. It's going to remove one of those other Gideons that was a mythic Gideon. It'll remove Ron's. Maximon for a -15 for VOX. Chromica Dragon in play. And let's do damage to the wall. We got a 4, 5, 6, 7. Zulu makes it 8. Blue block, and a red block. Triple bagger for Julia. Let's go to Cat. 20-second timer, Cat. Skull to Dow, Seal and Thrill. H9 Unforgiven to the wall. Jim says wait. Move Cat in range. Final blue of the game. And that is going to break Cat's seal. Actually, she'll keep her seal because she got an absorption. She's going to hit Dow, take Dow down to 80. Going to light Watchtower. Number 7. With Scold. Grenade is stopped. Valar, you're up. 20-second timer, Valar. Gonna torment Ron. Kruger, F5 Unforgiven. Plague trigger, can't plague her. It fizzles. Kruger put out a Watchtower. 5, 6, 7, 8. Red and red for Valar. Trigger, you're up. 20-second timer. Trigger is tormented. Talio, we'll get to that in a little bit, does not take down the whole red block. But we will add it. You'll get an extra 60%. It's going to take you down to 40% red Valar. Trigger beats the timer. Super Thrill. All right, going to go Ancient. She has Thraxis, which is E3. Jim hits her weight. It's going to be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 with Symbiote. S11 with Symbiote. It hits. Oh my. Red block, red block, red block. And we are even, almost even. One at 40%, one at 50%, but they're both down to about half of a red block. Skull to Dow. Light another Watchtower. Take Dow down to 70%. Trigger's needle capped. Dalgan and Sonya. We're going to leave Team VOX at 1 full red block. And Arc at 40% of a red block. Dow, your move. 20-second timer. His needle's going to cap. Needle number 5 for Arc. Timer's up. Going to play Colossal Watcher. Give him 30 points. With Bounty Bear. Takes down the wall. Dow with a gold bar. Let's rebuild it. And Unicorn going to take down a black block and a teardrop. And they are the road team. Time is up. That is it. We stop it right there. There is no DZ, no blessings, no rings, no awards. We stop it right then, right there with that final attack. Good match by both teams. No idea how the math is going to turn out. But it's going to be interesting because I think it's going to be a close one. All right, we'll count down the blessings that we have. We got 2 blessings on one side, 3 on the other. So that means wall's pretty even. Because we'll take down these 3, we'll take down 1. And then those 2. So Arc went in the wall game by literally 1 block. All right, I'm going to do the math. I don't know. I mean, I think Arc played a good road game. I think VOX played a good home game. Really came down to what they had at the end. So you guys can see the score. You can get a feel for it. Teams won in different ways. One has watchtowers. One has needles. Looks like it's going to be a good one. All right, give me 5 minutes, everybody. I'm going to do the math, and I'll let you know who came away with tonight's victory. It's going to be tight, though. We'll be right back. All right, everybody, we are back, and we got a good one. The question is, Arc on the road, no legends tonight. VOX, good strategy. Did Arc's 5-month win streak come to an end? Or were they able to go in and take care of business? A lot of opportunity by both teams. I'll give you the breakdown. We'll start out with flags. Flags, we had 3 flags apiece. Arc using Gronk, flipping Main Street's huge. On the road, flags were even. Wall game. It's a little slow sailing at first, but they ramped up a little bit. Arc 625, VOX 615. Getting that extra 3 in the watchtower, huge to keep it close. Strawman 0-0. Kangs. Fox had a good Kang game at home, winning the Kang game 347 to 262. Siege and Occupy. Ron, sneaky siege tonight. 100 points. Julia almost getting her Occupy, but, the game ended where it ended. One team lost a needle, other team lost Siege and Occupy. Watchtowers. Good Watchtower game by Team VOX. 175 to 0. DZ. 75 to 25. VOX again taking control of the DZ. Arc moving out, hitting the walls a little bit. Timers. Arc minus 30. VOX minus 65. Tough on the timers. Slivers. Slivers starting to add up. Starting to become a factor. Arc 51. VOX 30. And needles. 5 needles for Team Arc. Going on the road, playing those needles. VOX able to get 200, 300 point difference. So you see, one did Watchtowers, one had Siege and Occupy. So, pretty close at that point with VOX with a slight lead before we got into PCP and extras. 2,077 to 2,033. But, let's get to the PCP. 2 gold bars for Team Arc. A feather and a tire. They weren't able to get the cannonball. And they got 0 in PCP DZ. Multiple players with VOX. Cat with 4. Ron with 2. Tim with 2. 150 points for Team Arc. Over on the other side, VOX had a spyglass, 2 cannonballs, a tire, a wave. They got 100 points from the siege. We talked about it earlier. That was already added. They got a bronze star from Ron, but they got 150 in the PCP DZ. So after PCP, 300 points for VOX, 150 for Arc, extending their lead, but we still got the extras. And that is the Gideons, the Maximons. Overall, we had VOX adding 125, but losing 176. They had a costly penalty for a double play. Colossal Gideon, Maximons hit. So they had minus that 176, which gave them a net of minus 51. It's never good to be minus there, especially with a close lead. Over on the other side, Arc had positive 120 with Tenny, Dark Boss, Colossal Watchers, Maximons, but they had minus 45, but it still gave them a net 75. Final score. Team VOX 23-26, Team Arc 22-58. A 70, almost 80 point win for Team VOX at home and breaking the win streak for Team Arc. A really good one tonight. They left it all out on the table. There were some misses by both teams for sure. Certainly some moves each team would like to have back. Clive was strong, prevented some early dragon plays, but Team VOX showing they can get it done at home. They mixed it up tonight. They played it super different. They played it different, stealing a tank, moving around. They were definitely less predictable tonight and looked like they spent a lot of time, with their planning and their strategy. So congratulations, Team VOX. Congratulations, Team ARC, too. I want to tell you, Team ARC on the road, always a nail biter. They're in every game. They have not lost since August 26th. So an amazing run. Longest win streak in Play Dead Live history. So very, very well done, Team ARC. Y'all play good on the road. Y'all play good at home. But tonight, VOX was just a little bit ready. But you know what? Win streak's in. Everybody out there, starting today, can start their own win streak. Go out there and get it done, everybody. Have a good time. You guys played great. You represented Play Dead Live amazingly tonight. Both teams kicked some butt. All right. We'll see you all tomorrow night for fish fights. Have a good one, everybody. Great job again. Peace.